All right. So I'm out here. We're out here practicing. All morning we've been doing the accelerator drill. I think come up with by Ben Stager, USPSA freaking legend, whatever. But anyway, this isn't what this is about. This is just what the setup is behind me. What this is about is for all the Glock fanboys. Um, I am not one, but I gotta take this shit off. Sounds a little weird. Not shooting yet, but it's windy, so I got the microphone on. Hopefully, it doesn't get crazy and doesn't blow over. But anyway, here we go. The Glock 47 made some changes, some improvements to make the Glock Perfection actually perfect because it fucking sucks straight out the box. So here's the latest update on the gun. Uh, the Teflon or whatever Talon grips, really prefer those like on my 19. The TLR one, which is how I use this holster. I have another holster, but use this setup for two gun PCSL type stuff because it locks and so the gun won't fall out when you run because it's happened before. The Hollow Sun 407C, so it's just the green dot. The guide rod, I don't know if I did a video on that yet, but it's the 15-pound guide rod from NDZ. So yeah, the stock one is what it is, but I had a theory that this being the shorter, the lower, the grip and everything basically is a 19, the slide and everything on top is basically a 17, and they kind of mix and match to 17, 19, 45, 49, all these fucking Glock numbers. So it's a combination of the two is basically the 17 and 19. These are all variations of them. But the 47 uses the guide rod to the Glock 19. So my theory is that this possibly shoots flatter just naturally with the longer slide and the smaller recoil spring. So I did notice it does shoot pretty flat, but I went ahead and threw a 15-pounder in there, and I really, really like the way it shoots. We had another issue with the gun, but I believe it's the ammo. It's reloaded ammo from 2A manufacturing, whatever, out of Houston. So, Texas, right? So anyway, the latest update and so the Apex trigger also for the Gen 5. Put the trigger in there, and I didn't like the reset, so I wasn't very happy with it. It still was quite a bit long. So I knew what I had to do, and that was get on to the Terran Tactical website and buy their Grandmaster spring kit. It comes with the disconnect, the trigger return spring, the plunger spring, the striker spring, and I believe that may be it, unless I'm missing something else. Very easy to swap out yourself, but with the Apex, it already had their connector and their setup. So I was still able to use this Apex trigger assembly with the Terran Tactical. So I took the Apex disconnector, tossed it. So I'm using the Terran Tactical one, and I was still able to use the trigger return spring for Terrans on the Apex. And it did shorten the, what do you call it, the return or the reset. So here's what it looks like with the Terran stuff. So here we go. Take up right there on the wall. Little creep, break. It's a lot lighter. Now it's a 4-pound even. Trigger pull. So now here's the reset. It feels a little bit lighter. It feels a little easier than what it was. It felt like it wasn't breaking till like right here last time. But anyway, we shot it. I've shot it a little bit, about 2 mags worth right now. Doing the accelerator drill, and I did not have any of that little trigger freeze or hesitation. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shoot one 20-round mag, and I'm gonna do what I like to do best, and that's the bill drills. So I'm gonna go ahead and smoke 2 bill drills back to back from 7 yards. So the accelerator is 7, 15, and 25. I'm gonna do 2 7s, or should I try and do a 15-yard? Fuck it, let's do 1 7-yard bill drill, and then 1 15-yard bill drill, and then that'll give us 12 rounds. Then we'll mess around. We'll draw the first shot 25 yards. Then we'll go check all the hits, and that'll basically be a quick review with 20 rounds. So let's just go ahead and get started. Let me make sure the timer is good. It's on random. The times may be slower with my bill drills because I do have the locking on the Blackhawk Omnivore holster, so it does have a locking button. So I may be a little slower coming out with them with the draw the first shot, but nonetheless, let's do one bill drill at 7. I'll call it the time. Let's do a bill drill at 15, and then we'll just dick around from there. Oh shit. Couldn't have. Probably should edit that, but that's just my own stupidity. So, see all that dirt coming out? If I get a malfunction, that's gonna be the excuse, I'm sure, for the Glock people. Even though Glock's supposed to be like torture tested through mud and shit, but let a little bit of this dry Arizona dirt be the reason why it malfunctions. So here we go. This is 135 grain hollow points from LAX ammo. So I kind of like the way it runs. They are remanufactured though. So here we go. Let's get a 7-yard bill drill. Get a little dry firing going on first. All right. Here we go. Bill drill, 7 yards. Here we go. 229. Draw the first shot was slow, 124. A 2-3, a 2-1, a 20, and a 20. I think my hits were high, if I'm being honest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, they weren't high. They were all there. Not bad. Had a problem coming out with the grip, getting started. So anyway, let's see what I can get at 15 yards for a bill drill. So that's not terrible. A 229 with a locking whatever holster. But the splits, I got some 20s in there, so it's not bad. All right, so let's get a 15-yard bill drill. Here we go. Start over again. I locked that cock. Here we go. Here we go. .230, almost the same time, but let me just check the hits. I'll call them out. Had a lot to the left. All right, I mic'd one, I missed one. I think I had my right hand a little too tight, a little too canted over. So I did see that my dot started going over to the left, high and left. So that's basically me. That's not the gun. So a 230 bill drill with one mic. I knew I shanked it, or I sent it on its way. So not the fault of the gun, but we should have 8 more rounds left. Let's do 2, 2, and 2 as quick as we can get. 2 on close, 2 on far, or whatever. Anyway, here we go. 2, 2, 2. Shooter ready. Stand by. All right, got the 25-yard target. We'll go check that out in a minute. I think the first one was high left, but I should have got them both in there. So let's just go and draw the first shot at 25 yards. Two of those. So here we go. Hopefully that's an alpha. It's a 125. Forgive the wind. It's picking up. Here we go. One more shot. 128. I'm thinking those are both good, but let's just go down there and check the hits. So we should have 8 on the first one. The bill drill plus a 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So all those hits are good. This one should be 1 short. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. So again on the 222, I was pushing them left. So all this target I kept pushing left. So I don't know where I'm at in this frame. So in the transition on the 7 yard, I was going fast, and immediately I transitioned over. I didn't put my eyes in the center. I just kind of was like, boom, 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 boom. And as soon as I caught the brown coming over, I was breaking these shots. So that's a me problem. But let's go check. I should have, I don't know, 4 left over here somewhere. Here we go. So I had 2, 2, 2. Yeah, I got 4 total. 1, 2, 3, 4. I actually thought they were here in the center. But anyway, 25 yards, not bad. 2 Alpha, 2 Charlie. Let's see, real quick. It's getting windy, so I'll keep talking loud. But there you have it. This gun is now probably as close as it's gonna get to perfection with basically what I've done to it. So disregard buying this gun from Glock. You probably should buy it through me. Let me do my fucking thing to it and then send it to you at a fucking premium. But there you have it. It's got the Terran springs with the Apex trigger, so it worked out. I did try to mix the Terran stuff in with the Glock performance trigger, and it just didn't work. The reset wasn't there. It was still long. It was still getting caught up. It just wasn't working. So I don't know what the problem is with that. It must be somewhere in the trigger housing part on the back. You know how it comes up with the trigger shoe, the trigger bar, and the shit in the back, how it all pulls out in one piece. Whatever was going on in there, I think is what the holdup was, or the trigger bar. I don't fucking know. Either way, I tried to mix the Terran stuff in there. It didn't work. The Terran stuff works perfectly with the stock Glock trigger, but I just want to go a different route with this. Since I bought this trigger already, I tried the Terran stuff, and the trigger return spring and the disconnector work just fine with the Apex trigger, but they'll work just fine as well with just the stock. So if you really want to save your money and use the stock Glock trigger, you buy that Grandmaster disconnect kit or the Grandmaster spring kit. It's roughly about 50 bucks, 40 bucks. You can get it at the Ben Steger Pro Shop, I think, for 40 bucks and 35 bucks, or at Terran for like 40 or 45. But get the competition one or the duty one. The duty one is supposed to be like a half a pound or a pound heavier because it doesn't come with the trigger return spring. So the trigger return spring is what makes that reset a little bit lighter and a little bit softer on that. So like I said, when I put the Apex in, I pulled this gun at 4.5 pounds, which from the stock, when I got the gun itself, when it was stock, it was like 5 or 5.5. The Apex dropped it down to 4.5. I think I lost a pound. So it was 5.5 stock, 4.5 with the Apex, and then I brought it down another half a pound to 4 pounds even. On my 19 with the stock trigger and it's worn in, I think I have that one down to like 3.5. I know it's under 4. It's 4 on the high end. I think it comes down to like 3.5. So there you have it. The quickest and easiest way to fix your trigger is get the competition Grandmaster connector kit from Terran or Ben Steger or shootingconnections.com or wherever the fuck you get your parts from. But yeah, so now this is what you call as close to Glock perfection as possible. So yeah, if you want to see how to fix your gun, see Terran or see myself. So alright, thanks, later.